It's time for us to go on this walk. So if you're watching me, maybe you're watching the replay and you haven't got your exercise in and you haven't got your walk in, it's time to get it in. I'm about to go on the walk. Let's drink some water. We about to get it in, okay? That's what we about to do. Do I got a little thing to put around my waist? I don't think I do, but so I don't want to hold my keys in my hand. I was looking for a jacket to wrap around my waist, but I don't think I got one in the car. I don't think I do, y'all. I don't think I got. These workout pants ain't got no pockets on them. Let's get the hater block. Let's get the people some hater blockers. Let's get the hater blockers out. Okay, in case the sun's in our face, we'll give them a little hater blocker action. I'm at the park. It's a beautiful day today, y'all. It's such a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day outside. And I'm glad the rain stopped because it's been like, oh, can I get my shades on? It's been like a thunderstorm. Well, not thunderstorm. Well, it did thunderstorm last night. We've been having like the rain. It's been raining, and I think I might have something in my trunk. It's been raining like this morning. Oh, I heard that rain. Oh my gosh, it felt so good. I didn't want to get out that bed. Oh, I do got this little hoodie. Okay, I'm gonna tie this around my waist. Y'all stay right there. Hold on. Y'all hold on. I put my keys in this pocket and my other phone. So yeah, so it was raining this morning, and it's been raining all throughout the day, but I thank God that it's not raining right now because I was like, it's a beautiful day to go to the park and get this walk on. I love Friday night walks. I do. So come on up in this room, y'all. Come on and up and through this room and let's get this walk in. Oops. Let's get this walk in together. And like I said, if you're watching the replay, make sure you get up and get moving. And even if you watch this while you're working and maybe you can't get up, and walk, drink a bottle of water. Go ahead and get you a glass of water, get you a bottle of water, and make sure you finish it time we're done with this live stream. Now, with these series, we're gonna be active. And I haven't did a walk with me in a while, mainly because it's been so hot and I haven't been walking outside. I've been going to the mall to walk, and I don't want to be going live during the mall while I'm walking through the mall, which I could, but I'm like, this ain't that serious. So yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. So let's go on this walk. Other thing I was gonna say, oh yeah, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lisa Smilez, and I am your hair evangelist, where I use the gift of doing hair and making you kiki so God can reach your soul. So on this channel, we talk about God. We got natural hair together and we laugh, okay? We kiki. So if any of these things happen to interest you, you know, if the Lord leads you, subscribe to the channel. I don't need my shades right now. But if the Lord leads you, subscribe to the channel or like the video if you like it. The spirit is moving. I'm doing a whole lot right now. So yeah. So I'm happy to be out here on this beautiful day. It's not too hot. So yeah, let's get it in. Now I told myself I'm gonna do 30 minutes, but y'all know how I get when I get on these live streams. I get to run in my mouth. Okay? I get to run in my mouth and my bib for the whole time. Anyway, any church announcements? Y'all, I'm so excited. Okay, before we get started on the topic, if you're new here, I gotta introduce myself. We gotta do church announcements. We gotta do the whole shebang. But I am super excited because next week, I didn't even realize it, but next week, the Marie's Legacy, my very first hair care product line, will be dropping next Sunday. And I was actually on the phone with Coach Sheena because we was over there having us a whole planning session. And I was like, the party is next week. Like the time, I don't know, this time just flew by. I feel like it was just my birthday, and now the party is literally next weekend. So we was planning that. And so, yeah, I just want to let y'all know that the launch party is next Sunday. And hey, the launch party is next Sunday. And also the Marie's Legacy Natural Hair Care product line drops next Sunday too. So I'm super excited about that. Other thing I want to mention on this one is, oh yeah, August. So tomorrow is July the 15th. If you're watching this before July the 15th, my calendar for August will be opening. So if you want to book a back to school appointment, and I heard some of y'all going to this Beyonce concert in August, go ahead and book your hair appointment so you can look fresh for Beyonce. I ain't going to the Beyonce concert, but y'all have fun. Y'all have fun, no judgment. Y'all have fun. But yeah, my August calendar is dropping tomorrow, July 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So set your reminders for that. Any other church announcements I have? Oh, I just got my shipment in, so I'll be making some more glow butters over the weekend. So if you want to order glow butters, you can do that too, because I was out of stock of the Caribbean Escape. So you might be watching, why am I out of breath? Why am I out of breath? I'm not even walking as fast as I normally walk. Maybe because I haven't did a live stream and walked and talked at the same time in a long time. But anyway, y'all, if it feel like I'm huffing and puffing, just take it. Just take it tonight, okay? So anyway, you might be watching and asking, what's glow butters? Or maybe you didn't ask that. You didn't ask me that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. But it's a body butter that I made that has healing properties for eczema, dry skin, or if you just simply you want to be out here glowing. So I have various scents. The new scent I just dropped, I just brought back for the summertime, was Caribbean Escape. Okay, we have honey almond, eucalyptus, lavender, Marie Glows, Call Me Zaddy, which is a masculine scent. We have baby powder, and we also have unscented. So I got a little bit of something for everybody, okay? So yeah, I think that's all the church announcements. And yeah, I want to go ahead and thank the new members in advance for being here tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the topic. And share this video out, because this going to help some of y'all. The topic I'm talking about tonight, and this is kind of like a spin-off on what I was talking about a couple nights ago about what's causing your hair to break off. But from one of my lovely members, she gave me this topic idea because I asked my member, it says on the benefit of membership. She asked in the membership, how can we keep our ends healthy and strong? Because the thing is, y'all, they out here vibing. Now, y'all, if you watch me for the first time too, I'm out here walking, so I might go off on some side rants and stuff. You will just have to take it, okay? That's what we do. And if the spirit lead me, we might have a whole sermon out here, okay? So just flow with me. So the thing is, if we want to see length retention and we want to see our hair, keep that length or be able to grow, we got to make sure that we're keeping our ends healthy, because our ends is the oldest part of our hair. So I always tell people, the ends of your hair have been with you through thick and thin, okay? They done been through a lot. Because you got to think, your ends started at your scalp, and now they have grown all the way to the end. So they have been through a lot. So they're the most fragile. And if you're not taking care of the ends, you're not going to be able to retain length and see any growth. Because if they keep splitting, you got to keep getting haircuts, and we're not retaining length. Now, notice I said you would have to keep getting haircuts, because there's a difference between you getting regular routine trims versus an actual haircut. And what we want to avoid is getting a haircut, especially if we didn't intend to go to the salon to get a haircut. So we got to figure out a way. I'm going to tell you ways on how you can keep your ends strong and healthy So it won't result to unwanted haircuts if that's not what you want in your life right now. So it looked like it gave my camera quality look good. Like it's a blurry background. Okay, so I wrote a couple things down on my other phone right here. So I'm gonna look down and we're gonna go through them, okay? And this is in no particular order, but it's just, this is what I came up with, okay? All right, so the first thing I have, when it comes to keeping your ends strong and healthy, first thing I'm gonna say is get a protein treatment, okay? I don't know why I'm out of breath. Get you a protein treatment. This is important. Now, a protein treatment helps strengthen your hair and give it back that lost elasticity, or maybe your ends lost some strength from heat or from styling or protective styles. And then this again, just the normal wear and tear of your ends. Protein treatments is going to help strengthen your hair. So this is really good, especially like if you're someone and you've been a little rough on your hair lately, or your hair that kind of been through a lot. The protein treatment is going to help give you that strength, okay? And it's not going to completely stop split ends, but it's going to make your hair stronger. So when you start doing different things to your hair, it don't break as easily. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy. It's kind of like having that protection. Like I'm walking out here on this trail, right? So I seen some kids out here riding bikes and stuff. So when kids ride their bikes, some parents put on helmets and knee pads, because, kids out here riding bikes, they might fall down. But if they have that layer of protection, if they have a helmet on, that way when they fall, they don't bust their head wide open, or when they fall, they won't skin their knee, because they have that layer of protection. They have that shield. And that's a word. That's a word. That's the whole entire word right there. Y'all see what I'm talking about? There's a whole entire word. So if you got that shield of protection of that protein treatment, when you're going out and about and you are styling your hair, maybe putting heat on your hair, and we're going to talk about that because you shouldn't be putting too much heat on your hair. You out doing things, you have that layer of protection, so your hair is not, you keep the integrity of your hair with the protein treatment. So that's the first thing you can do. Get your protein treatment. Now you might be asking, Lisa, how often should I get a protein treatment? Well, it kind of depends. If you're someone and maybe your ends are really, really bad, or you feel like they're very, very weak, you can start off by getting a protein treatment like once a month. That don't mean you had to stay with that routine, but to kind of build your hair up, start off once a month by getting a protein treatment. If your ends are not really that bad, but you just want to keep them strong, like for just regular maintenance, I just say every 2 months, get a protein treatment. You don't need it every month. Get a protein treatment just as a regular maintenance every 2 months, all right? That's going to keep your ends strong. But not only is it going to keep your ends strong, it's going to keep your hair overall strong. So you're going to have protection through your whole hair strands, okay? So it's a good protector, okay? That's the first thing you can do. Second thing you can do to keep your ends strong, I kind of already just mentioned this, but we're going to put this right here, is getting a trim, getting routine trims when you're supposed to. Now I have to say this because to some people, this seems like, yeah, that's self-explanatory, Lisa. But no, I really had to put this out there because sometimes you'll go, you need a trim, but you're like, oh, I don't want to trim it today. Let's wait till another day. Or let's wait next time I come to the salon. And say you intend to come to the salon in 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks something come up, and then it's a whole month before you can get back to the salon. it's making it worse. Because now that you done the neglected of getting it trimmed in, your hair start to split more up your hair shaft and your hair is getting weaker. So in order to keep it strong, we got to stop the split ends right when we see them. So y'all hear them singing. Now YouTube, I hope y'all don't copyright me now. Cause he out here singing now. You better sing now. They out here vibing now. Look, they out here vibing. So keep up with, I can't even think because he's singing. Keep up with your routine trims, okay? Don't wait, because the longer and longer you wait, your hair gonna keep splitting. And then going back to what I said earlier, when your hair keeps splitting, it's gonna go from a trim to an actual haircut. And if you didn't go to a salon for a haircut, they ain't gonna sit right in your spirit. Like, prime example, I had a client today and we had trimmed her hair and we was talking about this, and she was saying like how she got, what is it called, PTDS, trauma from like hairstylist cutting her hair. And she was like, yeah girl, I just so nervous when it comes to people giving me trim. She said, because I don't want the people in the past and they cut off all my hair. And I get it. I've definitely been there before. But like I always explain to people, if you're new here, you probably don't know this, but maybe if you've been here for a while, you probably already know. Well, like I always explain to people, you have to be educated. On the stylist side, we probably saw that how bad the client's hair was damaged. So the stylist was looking at healthy wise, like 2 inches need to come off. But the client is just looking like, she just cut my hair. And if there is no communication done there, yes, it can create that fear when it comes to getting a trim. But see, that's a good thing about finding somebody who will educate you on hair care so you can know what's going on, and also educate you so when it is time to get a trim, you kind of know what to expect and you know how to take care of your hair so it's not as much. So my thing is, keep up with your routine trims. And everybody's trim schedule will vary, because I have some clients that can go 3 to 4 months. I have some clients that can only do 2 months. Okay, so whatever your stylist recommend, make sure you keep up with their routine trim schedule. And here's another thing, your trim schedule can also change, because you might be in a season where you want to wear a wash and go a lot. You might be in a season where you want to wear twist outs a lot. So essentially, you're probably manipulating your hair a little bit more. You're probably touching your hair a little bit more. Thank you for that like, whoever just liked the video, because I've been up here running my mouth for 18 minutes and 1 like and 2 people watching. So thank you for the 1 person. So yeah, you might be in a season where you are manipulating your hair more. So that might require that you might have to get a trim a little bit sooner, because you got to think about you putting wear and tear in your car. I mean, on your hair. But that made me think about a car. It's kind of like a car, if you putting a lot of miles on it, you would have to get oil changes, more routine oil changes sooner, versus like if you somebody who work from home and you don't drive your car a lot, you might not need an oil change as quickly as somebody who might work outside the house who drive their car a lot. So does that make sense for y'all when it comes to trims? When that's a bunny rabbit. Oh, he's trying to get that bunny rabbit. It is, it's a rabbit. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So if you're in a season and you're wearing your hair in like a lot of protective styles, maybe you're not manipulating your hair as much and it's pretty much put away for the most part, you're probably somebody that can go a little bit longer in between trims, because you're not putting a lot of wear and tear on your hair. So keep that in mind. So that's the second way you can keep your ends healthy and strong, is keeping up with your routine trims, okay? And I want to say this too. Sometimes you'll see online, because my client said this today. She was like, yeah, I was reading online. They say every 6 to 8 weeks. And that's like a standard generic answer that they give people. But like I said, sometimes you can't go by that because 8 weeks is 2 months. And some of my clients, like I say, depending on how they wear hair, their hair still looks strong and healthy at 2 months and they don't need a trim. So that will be unnecessary for them. So just keep that in mind too, okay? So all right, the third way on how to keep your ends healthy is, now Tracy Ann was up here, but when Tracy Ann watches this replay, she can love this one. Moisturize your ends, oil your ends, okay? Yeah, if you want to use your oil, my oil sisters, get your oil out. Get your oil out. And the reason why I say this, because I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning of this live, is your ends is the oldest part of your hair. So if your ends are always dry and brittle, it's more susceptible to break off. And it's weak. So when something is dry and brittle, it's going to break off easy. So what you want to do is keep it moisturized. So like, especially if you're someone, you in the season where you wearing twist outs and washing goes a lot, so you touching your hair a lot, you in particular need to make sure you're keeping the ends moisturized. And even if you're wearing 2-strand twists, because Tracy Ann put something in the membership too about she want to know how to keep the ends strong and healthy too while she wearing a protective style like twist, but not having product build up. And here's the thing, if you got you a good oil or a good moisturizer, a little bit goes a long way. So you got to check your schedule. So normally for me, if I'm wearing my hair like a twist out and a wash and go, to keep my ends healthy, I probably need to put some moisturizer on it, like maybe every 3 to 4, depending on how the weather is, or if I've been outside. Because if I've been outside a lot and it's cold, definitely going. If it's cold outside and I'm wearing like a twist out or a wash and go, and I'm walking, I will probably moisturize my ends every night if I'm wearing my hair out. Okay. Y'all better get it. Y'all, they vibing. Let the people vibe, Lisa. Let the people vibe. I feel like I can't talk because the music's so loud. And I hope you two don't give me a copyright strike. So anyway, so yeah, if it's cold outside, and when I was doing my walk with me's, and I was outside, and if I'm wearing like a wash and go and twist out every night. But now, because it's more humid outside and it's not like as cold and dry, I'll probably moisturize my ends about every 3 to 4. So not as often as every day. So yeah, how you moisturize your ends, you can spritz it lightly with some water, or I always tell people use the shower trick. And if you're new here, the shower trick is basically when you get in the shower without a shower cap, and you just, take your normal shower, wash as you normally would, but that steam is kind of getting on your hair. So with that steam getting on your hair, is open the hair cuticle up and allow that fresh moisture to get in there. And so when you get out the shower, you can just seal it with an oil. That's why I said, my oil sisters, y'all come on up in the chat, because now if you want to oil your ends, you go ahead and oil your ends, because it creates a nice slip and it don't break off. And that's the third way on how you can keep your ends nice and strong and healthy, okay? All right, number 4. The fourth way how you can keep your ends nice and strong and healthy is keep your ends tucked away. Keep them tucked away. All right, so wear styles where you can keep them tucked away and it's not exposed. So y'all see how I got my hair? The sun's in the way. Oh, the color look good. Oh, the color, it looked good in the sun. So I got my hair out. This wouldn't be a good way to wear your hair if you're trying to keep your ends protected. But if I were to take some of this hair and pin it up into like a updo, you sure did do it. He said I did it. So you want to do is keep your ends tucked away. So keeping the ends tucked away. Oh, let me put on my shades. Oh Lord, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Okay. So you can wear like 2-strand twists, and then you can pin them where you tuck them away, where you tuck the ends so the ends are not exposed. Oh Lord, I got a lot going on. Everybody calm down. I feel like I got something in my eye. Everybody calm down. Now ain't nobody panicking but me. But I say that for everybody. Ooh, something in my eye. Okay. Y'all don't hang up now. Because the video getting good. Did I get out my eye? Okay. I think I got out my eye. Alright. So yeah, wear styles that keep your ends nice and tucked away. So your ends are not exposed. And this would be good especially in the wintertime. Because I know here when it gets cold and when you have that dry air on your hair, it dries it out so quick. So I know here in the summertime, a lot of people like to get braids. There's nothing wrong with getting them because I get it. You're going to be traveling and you don't want to deal with your hair. But really, the best time to kind of get braids and stuff like that is really in the wintertime, because that way you really can keep your ends tucked away and out the way. And that way they're not drying out, because that cold air, that cold dry air, it dries out. Now, some people don't like wearing their hair in twist outs and wash and goes in summertime, because then the other thing that people complain about in the summertime is humidity and how their hair swells. Well, look, y'all gonna have to pick y'all struggle. Okay, y'all gonna have to pick your struggle. But even though your hair is swelling and it might poof up, at least it's moisturized. But anyway, if you do good with your hair care, as y'all can see, I've been out here 27 minutes. My hair haven't poofed out that much. But me, I don't care about my hair poofing out. I like big hair. So that's just like a personal preference. But yeah, the other way you keep it strong and healthy, so keep it tucked away. So you can do cornrows, you can do braids, like box braids, you can do crochets, you can do a sew-in. Or if you don't want to do nothing with weave, you can do 2-strand twists with your natural hair, but pin the 2-strand twist up so your ends are not exposed. You can do flat twists. Yeah, so you got options. So that way, when you keep them tucked away, you keep them protected, and it allows your ends to stay strong and not break off so easy, okay? All right, we're moving right along. Ooh, we got 28 minutes in. I said I was doing 30 minutes. Okay, I got to finish these tips. All right, the other way you can keep your ends healthy is use less heat on your hair. Use less heat. So you might be somebody and you get a lot of blowouts and silk presses, but if you start to notice that your ends are getting a little bit weaker, you might want to lay off on the silk presses and using a lot of heat. Or maybe use alternative methods. And I think I talked about this before. Direct heat and indirect heat. So indirect heat is heat that is heating your hair, but it's not directly touching it. So you can sit up on the hooded dryer. That's indirect heat. But when it comes to flat irons and curling irons, you might want to stay away from that, because that's directly touching your hair and it's directly going to make your ends weaker. So when I say less heat or avoid heat, you want to either try to avoid heat at all costs, which meaning just maybe let your hair air dry, or if you just absolutely had to use heat, try a hooded dryer, because that's a little bit more safer than a direct heat, okay? That's going to help keep those ends strong, because sometimes using too much heat, It's too much tension. It's too much for your hair all the time. You better sing. Woo! They been out here singing. I might go sit out there and vibe with these people on this Friday night. Go get me something at this cafe. Because they vibing. All right, y'all, let's keep on moving. We almost done. Oh, this is another good one. Y'all, let me wait till I walk by these people because it's loud. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but when stuff be too loud, I can't think straight. Like when I go in the beauty supply store, y'all, when I go in the beauty supply store and they be having that music blasting, I'm like, why is it so loud? I can't even think what I came here for. Or is it just me? Do y'all do that? If it be too loud, I can't even think. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna start talking. All right, the other way on how you can keep your ends strong and healthy, this is another big game changer, okay? Game changer is you want to use microfiber towels. This gonna change the game for some of y'all. Microfiber towels. There's a difference because sometimes the standard towels, they can be too rough on your hair. So when you get ready to dry your hair, if that towel is rough and it's got a lot of friction on it, that can be a little rough on your ends. But a microfiber towel is smoother to the hair. So it's not going to cause a lot of friction. It glides. And it dries your hair just as good as the regular towels. And if you ask me, I think it absorbs more of the moisture with the microfiber than the standard cotton one. To me, I like using those. So yeah, use a microfiber towel. That will help keep your ends strong and healthy. And then just overall, it's going to keep your hair strong and healthy because using those regular towels, it's just too rough. And because think about this, if you done shampoo your hair, you done probably did a treatment. We want to make sure that we're not doing anything on the opposite ends to mess up what we just did. Like, we don't want to use nothing too rough. So if you someone struggling with your hair breaking off, or like I said, you want to keep them strong, switch and start using microfiber towels. Now, I do have some in my Amazon store that you can use, or you can just go to, Target or somewhere and find them. I remember at one time the Dollar Tree had them, but I don't know if the Dollar Tree still sell them. But yeah, microfiber towel, it will help. Yeah, I'm done. I'm only doing 30 minutes a day. I go sit down in this car. But microfiber towel. All right, let's get to the next tip. We got 2 more and then we done. 2 more. So I done gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all 2 more, so it's gonna be 8. See, y'all getting some good tips tonight. All right. So number 7, other way how you keep your ends strong and healthy, and this probably might be self-explanatory to some people, but we're gonna say it again because it could help somebody. And I kind of said this before about moisturizing your ends, but steam treatment, steamer. Whew. Yeah, I gotta get some water. Hold on, y'all. Everybody calm down. Ain't nobody panicking but me. Okay, y'all, let's get some water. Now that woke me slim at. Now why I'm woe out? Why I'm woe at? Why am I woe at? I had a long day. Oh, y'all heard that. Oh yeah, y'all heard that. I'm woe out. Okay, y'all, let's finish up. The 7th thing I was gonna say, and you know what? Let me roll down my window. I'm gonna crank up the car. Roll down my windows. Because we got 2 more tips. Turn a little air too. Turn a little air. See, my hair actually did good. It did swell a little bit, but I actually liked it. It did swell a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. Now, Lisa, are you gonna have the windows down or the air on? I'm gonna just keep the windows down. I'm doing too much. All right. Okay. So the seventh thing I was gonna say is a stain treatment. Okay. Um, get a stain treatment. Now, if you're new to my channel, you might not know this, but I'm gonna tell you. When you shampoo your hair, you focus the shampoo on your scalp. Okay. You put shampoo on your scalp, and then you can work the shampoo down to your actual hair. But conditioner, we do not put conditioner on our scalps. I see people still making this mistake. They'll rub the conditioner in there, rubbing it on your scalp. You don't do that. The conditioner is made for the ends of your hair and your actual hair. So this is important because we talked about how the ends is the oldest part of your hair. So when you're putting your conditioner on, you want to make sure you focus on the ends because it's the oldest. So really saturate the ends and get it on your ends, and then you can comb it and work your way up. Okay. Again, try not to get on your scalp. I mean, if one little drop get on there, it's not gonna hurt nothing. But don't purposely be trying to like rub it on your scalp because that's gonna cause buildup, and then it just defeats the whole purpose because you just shampoo your hair. So when you got the conditioner, or whatever, make sure you take the conditioner, focus like on your ends real good. You're gonna comb it through, work it through. You're gonna sit you up on the steamer, or you can do a deep conditioner with a processing cap and sit up on the dryer. This is gonna keep, like I said, if you keep your ends moisturized and stop them from being dry and brittle, this is going to help you in the long run, and it's going to help keep those ends strong and healthy. Okay. And the last thing I'm gonna say about keeping your ends strong and healthy. This is a big one for y'all because, and it's a big one for me. I'm gonna talk about myself on this one because I do this sometimes, especially when I have my hair out. I find myself doing this. Keep your hands out your head. Stop picking your hair. Stop doing it. I have to do better with this. Stop picking your hair because we'll just be doing this. We'll be picking. Or, oh no, I used to have this friend, y'all, and I would fuss at her all the time. She would have hair just came out. She would have single strand fairy tale. Y'all know how you get the fairy knots at the end. I would see her with her afro, and she would literally pick it out like that. I would be like, girl, do not do that. And she knew I was a hairstylist. She knew. She knew I was gonna say something each time she did that. I said, girl, you gotta stop doing that. I said, you gotta stop doing that. Don't pick your hair. Because eventually, like, what ended up happening with her is she had such a routine of like just taking her hair and like picking it and stuff that when I finally like blow dried her hair out and got and fed on it and I was gonna trim it, it was so uneven because she had a routine of like just taking random pieces and just picking it out and then just cutting it, and that's just not good because it makes your hair uneven and it's not healthy. So try to refrain from picking your hair and messing in your hair a lot unless you're gonna moisturize it. And because like sometimes our hands are dry, and if we're touching it, we're drying the hair out even more. And we already know when the hair is dry, it's brittle, it's going to break. Okay. And it's not going to keep your hair strong. So if you're somebody and you have a bad habit of picking your hair a lot, you might want to stay away from wearing styles where your hair is out because you'll be feeling yourself. Me included. Me included. Me included. I'm still working through this. I am still working through not picking well, I don't really pick it, but I just be in it. Like I be like, yeah, girl, be doing the most. Okay. I be doing the most. So I'm still working through that. Okay. So yeah. So I gave y'all 8 tips and I'm gonna just run back through them one more time. And thank you for the other person who came in and liked. Now, Nan's buzz getting here. Now, come on now. I might go ahead and turn the AC. I'm going to hit the AC right quick. Because then the bugs come. I have to roll up my window. So just a quick recap. How to keep your ends strong and healthy. Number one, we said protein treatment. Get a protein treatment. Meaning you can either get a protein treatment monthly if they're bad, or if you just need regular maintenance every 2 to 3 months. Okay. Second thing you can do is keep up with your regular trims. Okay. Don't wait on the trims because if you wait too long, you can be having you a Dora the Explorer bob and you can get your hair cut and you might not have sound up for that. Okay. The other thing you want to do is oil your ends. Shout out to Tracy Ann. Oil them ends. But don't overdo it, because I think Tracy Ann said something about that too, about not having a lot of product build up. A little bit goes a long way, especially if you're using a professional or you're using a really, really good product. Don't oversaturate your hair because you don't want to get a whole lot of buildup. Okay, so use some products that's lightweight. Don't use a whole lot. Okay. Number three, I said was wear styles where the ends are tucked away, aka people call protective style. If you can wear your 2-strand twist, some styles so it's not exposed. Yeah, do that. Hey Karen, thank you for joining. She said, "Hi, running late. We'll go back and watch the replay." Okay, that's nothing wrong with it. Okay, number four, we said use less heat on your hair. So that can mean either no heat at all, you want to air dry your hair, or if you are going to use heat, maybe only resort to the hooded dryer because it's indirect heat. It's not directly touching your hair. And I will say the actual blow dryer too, that can be a form of indirect heat, but that one's kind of in the middle because it still is kind of touching your hair, especially if you're using like the like me, I had the Revlon blow dryer brush, so it is kind of touching my hair. But yeah, that one's can be debatable. The other tip I said was stain treatment. So make sure when you put conditioner on your hair, you focus on the ends because that's the oldest. Keep that moisturized with doing stain treatments. Microfiber towels. Remember that, y'all. Microfiber towels. That's gonna help you. And the last thing I said was keep your hands out your head. Stop picking your hair. Stop picking your hair. Stop picking your hair. Okay. So anyway, I hope these tips help. And then also this piggyback on what I just said about not picking your hair. Y'all remember the other night I told y'all stop being rough. Stop being rough with y'all hair, because the reason why some people ends are bad now is because y'all are too rough. So you might not be a hair picker, but you might be somebody and you be going in with that comb or you be going in with that detangling brush and it just be a little bit, you be a little bit too rough on your hair. So let's also keep that in mind. If you want to keep them strong, you can't be aggressive. You cannot be aggressive. You cannot be aggressive. All right. So yeah, I hope. Look, we got the walk in. I only did 30 minutes. I only did 30 minutes because, y'all, if I just be honest, I had been slacking on my walking, but I've been really consistent this whole week with walking. So, being the fact that I kind of took a break from walking, I just got back into routine with walking every day. I said I'm only doing 30 minutes because I don't want to go in and go too hard. But next week, since I did 30 minutes every day this week, well, I started last Friday back on my walking. So I've been walking in between 30 to 35 minutes every day since last Friday. So I think I'm going to pick it up next week and try to do 45 minutes each day. Yeah, 45. And that's the thing, like when you getting back into your whole workout routine, when you get back into your whole workout routine, don't overwhelm yourself feeling like, oh, I got to get back to doing my hour workouts. Like, no, gradually work your way back into it. Gradually work your way, because you know what I'm saying, it's an adjustment. So give yourself grace, like I gave myself grace. So yeah. So I'm happy I got to walk in, and look, I got to get these hair tips in. I'm about to go get something to eat and I'm about to relax. I am working tomorrow just for a few hours. Tomorrow is my Saturday to work. So yeah, that's what I'm about to go do. And yeah. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for whoever was watching. And thank y'all for watching the replay. So y'all have a beautiful night. I feel like it was something else I wanted to say, but maybe I forgot. Okay, yeah. I think that's all. Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in another video. Bye.